Hi, I'm Christina Irene. It is a beautiful February day here in Pennsylvania. I'm about to drive down to Maryland to present to faculty and staff at Johns Hopkins University on the topic of hidden disabilities. But first, I've got to unbury my car. I've got to empty my dog. Final prep, I just remembered I have to get on my laptop and close all my windows out. Whenever I travel, my presentation's always on a USB drive, which I plug into the computer on site, but sometimes I plug in my own laptop, and it's always awkward if I have windows open with, like, my budget on them. That's done. Turns out I was working on a friend's resume yesterday, so it was basically a friend's personal and employment history all over my screen, so glad I got that taken care of. Just a little bit about hidden disabilities before I hit the road. This weather obviously is a trigger for mine. My arthritis and my fibromyalgia are acting up a little bit today because of it. This morning was pretty rough, especially with my arthritis, but my energy's decent, and I'm in a pretty good mood, and the pain kind of subsided, so I'm actually going to call this a sedan day on my splat scale, and I do have my sedan pendant on, my bracelet. Alright, so me and my sedan vibe are going to hit the road now. She really wants to come along, but it's a day trip, and she's way better here at the house than in a parking garage all day. Sorry, kiddo. I'm here in Baltimore, just some sleet here. We can do this. So something about me, a life skill I have, is I'm really good at maps. I was a touring comedian before GPSs were a thing, and I've been to all 50 states, I've been to 19 countries. I've never been as stumped as I was the last time I was here at Johns Hopkins University. Of the 2 times I had to walk across campus, I messed up 3 times crossing campus. Yes, mathematically, that's how it went. I remember trying to get back to my car. I stopped and asked a security guard for directions, and she couldn't even tell me how to get back to my car, and I was holding the map in my hand. Actually, I don't think she was actually a security guard. I think she probably was a visitor like me, and she took shelter in the security booth, and 10 years later, she's still there, trying to find her way out. I'm about to head out in the weather to rendezvous with the president of the disabilities organization that's hosting me here on campus. But first, we got to put something in my belly. These are my gluten-free, sugar-free blueberry mini muffins. I call them power muffins. Let's hope they work. Baking is this new thing I'm into. I made up the recipe myself. They're really good. Heading to the rendezvous point. I really hope I make it. I want to see my dog again. It's cold, just so you know. It's cold. And don't look down. Hey, I told you not to look down. I like this bridge. It's neat. I think this is the same security booth where I tried to get help last time. And there's a different person in there. She made it out! This is Madeline. Hi. We're walking to the other building. We got new maps to try to use to get there because neither one of us actually knows how to get there. But I made it to Madeline, so we're already winning. We found the right building! Woo! So this is Madeline Wellens, and she is the one who brought me to Johns Hopkins University. And there are 3 organizations?
Yes, 3. So I'm president and co-founder of Advocates for Disability Awareness, which is a student-led grassroots activist organization on campus. We're also co-sponsoring this program with Office of Multicultural Affairs as well as Student Disability Services.
Yay! So, that was like awkward enthusiasm, but no, that was great. Yay! No, my yay is because I'm just happy that, like, you know, so many organizations care to bring the message of hidden disabilities to Johns Hopkins. Okay, so tell me about your thing is ADA. That's what you're president of.
Yes.
So what does this organization do?
We do activist events. We talk with the administration about ways they can better help students with disabilities on campus. We run a lot of events like this one for awareness about disabilities, hidden or non-hidden, different ways that people should be, like how to treat people with disabilities, like different common courtesy things, different awareness, and we also do support services. So we have different things like the mentoring program for freshmen who come in with disabilities, matching them with an upperclassman who has a disability to help them navigate the whole Hopkins life.
Just so you know, I didn't tell her until about 30 seconds ago that I was going to interview her. We're just killing time before the audience gets here, and she had no preparation for any of these questions. That was really good. So.
Aww.
I like how you're getting.
You can go all over the map.
Oh yes. Yeah, you are all over the map. So yeah. So okay, so we had AIDS and other STIs, allergies, asthma, ADHD, diabetes, migraines, schizophrenia, and yeah, ulcerative colitis, and many more. Okay, so you said continuum. That's the one thing I want to point out about everything on this list. It is not just because it's on this list doesn't mean it's an invisible disability. Some things on this list are sometimes visible, sometimes invisible. They can go back and forth. A friend of mine has lupus, and sometimes she has to walk with a cane. Then you can visibly see her disability. Sometimes she does not have to walk with a cane. Lupus also has some telltale rashes that may show up. The other thing I want to say about this is just because it's on this list doesn't mean it's a disability. So diabetes, for example, to some people it may significantly impact their daily lives. To other people it may not significantly impact their daily lives. And some of these conditions, like I said about the invisible, goes back and forth. Sometimes the disability goes back and forth. Okay, so we ended up in this big long discussion because whenever I talk to faculty and staff, we always end up having these really big conversations, and then everybody ran away because they are all running late to everything, and here's Madeline, and she has to run, she's ordering Chipotle at this very moment because we're all dying of starvation, but anyway, it was great.
It was great.
Yeah. All right, walking back to my car now, hopefully I can find it. Now having this bouncy sleet type precipitation. That was really cool. So, like, a few faculty members stayed after the presentation was over, and we had this big discussion about accommodation and disability, and I got this idea out of the conversation of something to add to my presentation, and that is a discussion about how different people come up with really creative, unique ways for us to accommodate our own unique disabilities. I'm really excited about that. It's been a great day. I'm so hungry though, and I need coffee. So there's gonna have to be something. My power muffins, well, the power ran out about a half hour ago. This is a really long walk. I need a skateboard. I found my car! I'm pretty sure I know where there's a Dunkin' Donuts on the way out of town. Can you believe they actually asked me if I wanted iced coffee? I'm gonna live now, though. I'm home. I'm in bed. I have emptied and refilled my Amica, and I'm just gonna be here for the rest of the day. It was a great day, but it takes a lot out of me. And earlier today, I felt like I'd been run over by a sedan. Now I'm where I feel like I've been run over by a freight train. That's how it is. Weather's not really helping, but it's been a good day, and life is good, and now I get to relax. Thanks for coming along with me. Take care.